Hi guys, welcome back. So today I have some of the new Sinful Colors Kylie Jenner Denim and Bling polishes to share with you. I picked mine up at Walgreens. They did not have the whole display of everything, but I picked up what I could find in that display, which I believe was like 10. So we'll go over everything and the different finishes, and I will tell you the ones that I'm missing out of each little category, I guess you could call it. So let's go ahead and get into this. So before I get too much further into this, I want to do a little bit of a overview rundown on the last two collections. So there are 3 in total, and the first one that Kylie did was with the Sinful Shine Gel Tech line. They have the mirrored caps, and they come with a top coat, so it's supposed to give you a shinier, longer wear. I did a review and I'll link it. But this is what the first collection looked like, the bottles, and and it was the King Kylie collection. And the second collection was the Trend Matters collection, and on the caps they tell you which collection they all came from, so it's easy to figure these out. So this collection right here, I think they had like 3 or 4 different finishes. This is just one of the finishes, which were the shimmer mats. One of the other finishes that they had were the demi mats, and they all had like this beautiful gold shimmer. And then I also think that there was some that were just plain like cream colors that dried down matte. I don't have those, but I did review the Walgreens display, and I'll link that for you guys if you want to see it. Okay, so which brings us on to the new collection, and they are the Denim and Bling collection, and they have the duochrome kind of caps happening. Super, super pretty. I'm really excited about these. I love them. And I think there's like 4 different finishes within this collection. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start with the one that I was just showing you guys a second ago. This is one of the 2 duochromes in the collection. It says it on the cap. This is a green to blue to gold shifting duochrome. I guess it would be a trichrome? I don't know, but it's gorgeous. And it is called KAMELEON with a K. The other one that I do not have is called KLEOPATRA, and it looks like it is a purple to green to blue duochrome. But I do have this one. If I could get the other one, I would have it too, but I have this one, so let's go ahead and take a look. So here is what Cleopatra looks like outside the bottle. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so let's apply our first coat. This polish has a super good formula. And normally, duochromes are much more sheer than this, but I find this one to build up really nicely. It has plenty of coverage and just 2 coats. One coat looks pretty good, and it is a little streaky, but the streaks do fade away a bit as it dries, so we'll let that dry down and we'll be right back. Okay, so let's get our second coat here. So 2 coats gets that completely opaque for me, and that is exactly what you're going to see in my swatch photo. So let's move on to our next category. So the next category has 4 in total, and this is the bling portion, the matte glitters. I have 2. The other 2 I'm missing is called Carrots of KARGO and KLOUD 9. And one of them is a gold glitter, and the other one is a kind of like a light bluish periwinkle glitter. So I've heard a lot of people call this one a holographic polish. This is my opinion. You guys may feel different, but I don't think that this is a holo. I think it's one of those, I don't know if this is the right word, like one of those iridescent glitters, you know what I mean? They only shift to like this orange, kind of gold, to blue, to maybe like a purple or something like that. It's not like the entire rainbow. It's confusing, I know, and some people might think I'm crazy, but I don't think this is a holographic glitter. It's still gorgeous though, and it could be easily confused for that, so I apologize if you guys don't agree, but it is called Confection. Like I said, it's gorgeous, so whatever. Confection with a K, of course. So here's what Confection looks like outside the bottle. It's a beautiful glitter, very densely packed. Okay, so I will only be swatching one coat of each of these glitters. You can build them up and wear them alone, or you can put them over something, and I will show you a photo of each of those ways. This formula it's nice. It's a little bit thick just because there's so much glitter in there. Like, it is densely packed. You don't have to fight to get anything out. It goes on nice and evenly and smooth. So there is our coat of Confection. It's gorgeous. Okay, let's move on to our second one. Alright, so the next one I have is called Cosmic, and this is one that I do feel like is a holo. So it's got some pink and hollow glitters running through it. And again, it's one of the matte glitter bling part of the Denim Bling. It's really, really pretty. So here's what Cosmic looks like outside of the bottle. Do you guys see what I mean? Like, you can see more of a rainbow in these ones than the others. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So Cosmic has the same kind of formula as the last one. It's easy. Very, very densely packed with that glitter. I love it. And if you guys look over here, you can see where that is starting to dry down. So there are those. Let's go ahead and move on to our next category. So the next category are the new ones that they added that were actually probably supposed to be in the second collection, the Trend Matters. They are both shimmer mattes. There are 3 new ones in total. The one I'm missing is called North Star. So this first one here is Angel K, or Angelic. Why did I say? So this says Angelic? Angelic, yeah, whatever. Anyhow, this is a super, super light pink with a ton of gold shimmer, and it does dry down matte. So here's what Angelic looks like outside of its bottle. It's gorgeous. It is a little on the sheer side. I think I had to do 3 coats to get it completely opaque. So let's go ahead and look at it a little closer here. Alright, so let's get our first coat of Angelic on. It's very smooth. It has a nice formula. It's not too thin. It is kind of sheer. But I think that that's just what helps that shimmer stand out so well as it dries. You could always add a glossy top coat, but here is 1 coat of Angelic. We'll come back for a second. Okay guys, let's get our second coat of Angelic on here. This is such a nice formula. It's just so easy to apply. I love it. It's really pretty once you build it up too. And it looks good at 2 coats on the nail wheel, and that's all I'm going to do here. But I think for my swatch photo I did 3. So let's go ahead and get to the second one out of this collection, or category. Alright, so the second one is called Hello Halo. And it is this like kind of off-white creamy base. And then I am hoping you guys are going to be able to see this. But it has like these little tiny bits of shimmer in there. And they're kind of like a duochrome shifting shimmer flaky deal. Like a purple to pink to blue kind of shimmer. It's really pretty, but that just does not actually even end up showing up on the nail. But we'll see that in a minute, so let's get this swatched. So here is what Hello Halo, there, you can see that shimmer now. Isn't that gorgeous? I wish it would show up better. So let's apply our first coat of Hello Halo. Now this one is a little bit too thick in my opinion, and it ends up getting a little bit chunky as you apply more layers, and it needs about 3 for full opacity. So if you do get this, try to do super thin layers because it ends up looking kind of chunky and bumpy otherwise. I mean, you can barely see that first coat. You can see the shimmer right now, but it gets covered up. So we'll just let that dry down and then we'll come right back. Alright, so let's get our second coat of Hello Halo. And I know right now you can kind of see that lovely shimmer, which is absolutely gorgeous. But in person, I swear it is so hard to detect. And I mean, I think you guys can kind of see right here how it's kind of getting a little lumpy looking, I hope. But it's definitely weird. I don't know why it does that. I just wish it wasn't so sheer, and I wish that shimmer would stand out better because it's gorgeous. So there's 2 coats of that. I'll show you swatch photo, and let's go ahead and move on to our next category, which is our last, I think. Yeah. So the last portion of this collection is the denim polishes, and they're all textured and they dry matte. There are 7 in total, but there are 2 that I'm missing, so I have 5. So the ones I'm missing is called Acid Wash, and it is a light blue, and then Curves is a more of like a periwinkle blue color. So I first want to start here with Crop Top, and I know that this isn't really necessarily a jeans color, but I guess it could be. It's gorgeous. I think it brings some contrast to the other colors, but it's absolutely stunning. It's like this kind of dusty red with this gold or silver shimmer that runs through it. I think it's silver. It's looking gold on camera in some lights, but it's just because of the lighting. But it is silver, I think. Looks like it, right? Anyway, let's get a better look. So here is a crop top outside of the bottle. Okay, so let's give this a swatch. This is super nice and easy. You would expect these texture polishes to be much more thick, but they're not. They go on the nail so nicely. One coat covers really well. You could probably get away with one coat of this if you really wanted to. I did too. So we'll let it dry and come back for our second. Alright, so let's finish up here with our second coat of crop top. As you can see, it dries down to a textured matte finish, but it's still really sparkly, and you can definitely notice all the glitter in there, even whenever it's matte. You can obviously add a top coat. I like to just leave them textured. I like that look. But if you like to add a top coat on top of these, make sure it's a good one, and you're probably going to need a few coats of it to really be able to gloss it up right and make it look as good as it should. So there is that. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to our next shade. So the next shade I have here is this really beautiful kind of deep charcoal gray with a silver shimmer. This one is called After Dark. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's get our brush shot. See what it looks like outside of the bottle. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And this is actually a color you can get in denim. Pretty available. Usually at most stores they have denim done in this shade. Alright, so here is our first coat of After Dark. It has the same super easy formula as the other one I just showed you, crop top. This one is, I think, one of the more sheer, or the most sheer. It's not sheer by any means, but you're definitely probably going to want to go ahead and go for 2 coats on this one, whereas most of the others you can get away with 1. So there's our first coat. We'll let it dry and we'll come right back. Alright, let's finish up here with After Dark now. Two coats definitely brings that fully opaque, and I love that color. It's so pretty. So let's move on to our third. So the third out of the Denim Bling is called Cobalt, and it's just a really nice, bright kind of deep cobalt blue with a silver shimmer. It is gorgeous. Definitely when you wear blues that are pigmented like this, you probably should wear a base coat just to help prevent from staining. This one didn't stain my nails, but there is one that did, so I will let you know when we get there. But yeah, it's beautiful. So here is what Cobalt looks like outside of the bottle. It's a gorgeous polish. Alright, so let's get our first coat on here. Just like the last two, super nice. These are amazing. These really surprised me. I didn't expect them to be quite as good as they are, but they're amazing. The quality is super good. And they're some of the cheapest polishes that you can buy in the drugstore, which is an extra bonus, right? This one you could definitely get away with one coat if you wanted to, but I will come back and we'll finish up with 2. Okay, let's finish up here with Cobalt. Look how pretty that is. I just love these. So 2 coats obviously brings this completely opaque. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. And formula. They make me so happy. Alright, we have 2 left. Okay, so we are almost done. I have 2 left. This first one here is one of the 2 teals in the collection. This one is a little bit lighter. The other one I'll show you is a little bit darker. Let me just go ahead and pop them in here. See if you guys can see the color difference. You'll be able to see better in a minute once I start swatching. But we're starting with the lighter one, and it is called, what is this called? Custom Fit? Custom Fit with a K. And like I just said, it is a kind of lighter blue teal color. It's gorgeous, as I'm sure you can see. So here is what Custom Fit looks like outside of the bottle. Just like all the others, but in a different shade. Beautiful. Alright, so let's swatch this. So this one has a nice, easy application, just like the others. I just cannot believe how nice these are. I know I've already said that, but the formulas are just amazing, especially for textured like this. So good. So there is 1 coat. It is almost opaque in 1 coat, but we will come right back for a second after that dries down. Okay, let's put our second coat of Custom Fit on here. These dry down really quickly, less than a minute, I would say. So really, really quick drying and beautiful. Okay, so there is 2 coats of Custom Fit, and let's move on to our final shade. Alright, so here's the last one. It's kind of sad. I wish I had all of them, but this is the last one. It's called KARGO, and it is the deeper teal. Beautiful, beautiful color. I really love this one. I did want to mention really quick that this one is the only one that actually stained my nails a little bit. So just be aware of that and make sure you put on a base coat. I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. And it's the only one that stained my nails. So just so you know. So here is KARGO outside of the bottle. Alright, so let's get our first coat on here. And again, it has an amazing formula, just like the others had. This is one I feel like you could definitely get away with 1 coat if you wanted to. So there's that. We'll let it dry, and we will come back in for our second coat. Alright, so let's get on our second coat of KARGO and finish up. Super awesome formulas. super impressed, guys, seriously. Alright, so there's that. Give me a minute, I'll grab my favorites and we will do final thoughts and finish up. Okay, so even though I really enjoyed all of these polishes for the most part, there were a few that I didn't really enjoy. But these three right here are my favorites out of them all. So this one right here, Crop Top, Chameleon, and Cobalt. So these three are just the ones that I love the most, and I highly recommend the Denim Bling line that they have out right now. They are really nice, really different, and just things that, I don't know, I really wasn't expecting. So I love them. I love these so much. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I know that I didn't have them all, but I picked up the whole display that my Walgreens had. So I hope this was helpful enough in showing you guys what they're like, and if you want to go, you know, find them for yourselves. I do recommend them. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.